What's going on, y'all? My name is Joltage, and today, bring you something a little different. As you can see from the little screen here, we're doing an intro to LCRU, the tier below LCUU, and we're doing this because of the upcoming LC lower tier mini tour that I've mentioned in previous videos. And you probably haven't seen LCRU much. With me today, I've got the driving force behind LCRU even being a thing. We've got Zero.
Hey guys, how's it going? Very happy to be here.
Right. And then, so for, because you likely don't know, for those of you who don't know, LCRU, unlike LCUU, is not actually usage-based simply because we don't have a big enough sample of LCUU usage to really justify that or get a representative sample. I don't believe, we don't believe, because really the only stats we have are from LPL. The only way we'd get more stats is if someone somehow recorded all of the stats from the daily room tours, and that just seems, one, like a lot of work, and two, that would be highly what's the word biased toward the mons present in the sample teams there, as I feel like most of the teams used in those are samples. So the rule for LCRU eligibility is based on the UUVR, and which was just updated recently, and everything B- and below is eligible. So everything you see here on the screen right now, with one notable exception of Squirtle. Squirtle is not allowed LCRU because in previous times it was deemed to be unhealthy and not fun to mess with, so it was banned from there. But everything else, B- and below, is fair game. As part of the recent drop, we got 4 new mons in Growlithe, Kabuto, Krabby, and Oddish. But for a just general overview of what is available, just so you can see it, like beyond looking at the forum thing, we've got, me and Zero came up with this tier list type graphic here, with that's roughly ordered. This isn't 100% accurate or anything, nor is it meant to be. It's just kind of, okay, here's stuff that is in the tier, here's stuff that is generally considered excellent, your Zoroas, your Stuffles. Here's stuff that's generally considered bad, like Shinx or Nickit, and then other things in between. We've even got an unexplored section for those things we just don't really know that much about. And of course, this isn't, anything like that. So,
I mean, like the tier has been played. So we ran a kind of kickoff tournament back when we first started the tier. Gosh, when was that, Joltage? Is that like August or September?
It was around that time, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the meta kind of centralized around most of what you see in the excellent and good. A good number of those actually dropped after that tournament happened, but that kind of ended up being mostly what people were playing with. And there's really just, there's so many mons here, and the overall power level is just kind of low enough where even some of these things that look kind of sus have some fringe viability. But yeah, there's definitely still a lot of room for exploration. That being said, I think we feel pretty confident about, a good portion of the way this is kind of mapped out here. But yeah.
For sure.
Still a kind of wide open meta.
Definitely,
I would say.
Definitely very wide open. One thing we do know, though, is that Zorua, in particular, has been one of the top dogs in the meta as it's been previously played.
For sure.
It's got 17 speed, which is as good as ever down here in this tier, where we've got 4 mons that are faster than that in Meowth, Alola, Anorith, Dreepy, and something else irrelevant. Oh, Poliwag.
You got Baneri and Poliwag.
Oh, yeah, Baneri and Poliwag as well. So not a ton outspeeding Zorua there, and it's got Mammoth special attack, pretty good attack as well, decent coverage. It can really do a lot, and that illusion also, adds to the mind game factor for it. Definitely a mon you want to be on the lookout for when building and playing in this tier, for sure.
Big time.
Also up there next to it, you'll see Stuffle. Yeah, as time immemorial, it seems, since Eviolite was introduced, at least LC has to be almost defined, at least by, like, LC tiers almost have to be defined by a fighting type, and Stuffle is going to serve the primary role of that here. Riolu as well. Riolu is quite good, though a newer addition to the tier. And they both do their job. Stuffle itself, being as bulky as it is, especially physically, has really good coverage. Obviously, it's missing that recovery option via like Drain Punch or something that is keeping it really from making a name in up the higher LC tiers. But definitely is a great Pokemon down here. Then Riolu as Prankster, and is great support as well as just being an offensive threat, which you'll probably see some of that as well. We're not going to go through all these mons, by the way. I just wanted to touch on a few of them. Any mon you wanted to talk about specifically before we head into the main meat of the video?
Yeah, I kind of think those three are probably the most important mons in the meta. I do want to give a brief shout out to our pivots and our utility mons are kind of somewhat unconventional here. You see Electrike up there in the excellent tier. We really don't have a lot of very strong grounders. So Electrike, with its flamethrower coverage and good speed tier, can kind of just go nuts. So it's strangely kind of hard to check. Meowth Galar has also been a pretty serious threat. Got good coverage between Seed Bomb and Crunch, and then has U-Turn. It's, I think, the only Steel type that's able to pivot, which makes it super useful, mono Steel typing. Good attack stat.
Only Steel type down here, at least. Looking at Magnemite up in the good.
Right.
I wish we had that. That'd be sick.
And then Anorith is another recent drop that is, kind of middling at best in LCUU, kind of borderline unviable, but is pretty threatening down here with 18 speed, stab, rock, knockoff, rapid spin, stealth rock support. So can pretty viably run defensive utility sets as well as be a pretty threatening, offensive threat with this huge attack stat. So. Those are kind of, I think, the ones that you guys will probably see at least brought a couple times tonight. From there, things get a little more diffuse.
But you'll see plenty of these mons throughout here. I know for a fact I'm bringing some that are listed in this OK section. I've even got some in this unexplored section lined up for you.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, but we're going to be playing, me and Zero are going to play a few battles here against each other in LCRU to give you a feel for, the types of teams and things you can see, and just like give you a general view of the mon. We're going to talk through the games, obviously, as well as just kind of talk about the tier in general during this. So, let's get into that. We're gonna do this in regular LC, just because that's what all my LCRU teams are listed as.
Actually, mine are the same. You got to be able to differentiate between the LCU teams.
Yeah,
very
important. I use folders, but it's like
me too. But
All right, so let's see here. We'll run this first. All right, we're just gonna play. We'll play until we feel like we're good on on talking points. I think I've got plenty of teams. I'm sure Zero has plenty of teams.
I'm gonna bring first. Have fun. I got a lot of wacky stuff here. I'll bring something solid. All right. And do we want IO next on? Does it matter?
I don't think it matters. I forgot to uncheck the button, so it's whatever.
All right. Let's dive in.
All right.
Cool looking team.
And awesome. First match, no repeats on either side. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
Already a good start. We both have actually the team you have looks a lot like a couple of the teams I have in my builder, but I'm not using currently. But and then we will have pretty interesting stuff. I've got new drop Krabby on my team. Krabby, obviously, with that huge attack stat, is potentially a problem down here. But we'll have to see. He's got Zero over there's got Litten, who newly got some competition with the drop of Growlithe, who basically does the same thing, but it can't pivot as well. So, I think this should be an interesting first game here.
Yeah, let's see where we get to. All right, what do we want to lead here? Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see. And there's the Crab.
Yep. Crab out first. Obviously, Litten, like its much more successful final evolution, has that Intimidate ability. Also has the ability to, pivot out with Parting Shot, pivot out with U-Turn as well. Does Litten get knockoff? I can't remember.
It does not. Man, it would be pretty cool if it did.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It does not get knockoff, but it does get things like Will-O-Wisp, which would obviously be bad for Macrabby here. Hopefully Zero doesn't have it, or things like that. Krabby, obviously, Life Orb, Sheer Force, or just Sheer Force in general. For those of you who may not be completely aware, by the way, with Sheer Force, as long as you use a move that is affected by the Sheer Force, so it has a secondary effect, you do not take Life Orb damage. So that's something to keep in mind.
I actually didn't know that until fairly recently.
Yes, I actually, that's why I brought it up here. It goes for the Fake Out, thinks this is doubles or something. As my Sandygast comes in. Sandygast is one of those Pokemon we had in the underexplored tier. Ghost, Ground, fairly bulky, fairly high special attack stat as well if you look at it, but we haven't really messed with it too much so far, at least. Parting Shot makes sense. Litten obviously has that 17 speed tier, which is as good as always. Scorching Sands does not do much to this Bulbasaur, which is unfortunate for me, but I don't even get the burn. I swear Scorching Sands, not like Scald. Not like Scald.
Really, it never procs. I never get the Scorching Sands burn to proc.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Very unfortunate.
Out to Trubbish, who is going to sleep. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't really have a better play, I don't think, on that. So... Trubbish is a cool Pokemon I like quite a bit in LCUU as well. Good spiker, good speed stat.
Definitely underrated. Pretty cool coverage.
Yes, has really cool coverage options, including what you see here in my moveset, people watching at least. But that shouldn't come up too much this game, I don't think. Out comes Litten. I burn a turn asleep, which is nice. Let's see if I can get this one turn. Wake. I don't think Litten's particularly threatening to Trubbish, outside of really just setting up all these these stat drops. Flare Blitz not doing a ton. Dang. But unfortunately I don't wake up there. Let's see if we can win a speed tie or something here, because Trubbish also randomly hits the 17 speed. I do win the speed tie. I don't wake up. Getting the third turn sleep. What are you, big old cheater?
Sorry about that.
You should be. Alright. In comes Gible. Obviously Gible pretty threatening to Trubbish here. Gible pretty good down here as well for that. One of our better ground types overall, able to threaten Electrike in particular. Sets rocks on me, as to be expected, really. And as I go Sandygast, didn't want to stay in there obviously because ground type is good into a poison type. In case you didn't know that, folks.
Yeah, I mean, when we got Gibble, I don't think any of us expected it to be like particularly good, but it's proved to be a pretty useful Pokemon for us.
Yeah, it's
That
not
that
bad at
that
all.
dragon typing combined with the ground typing grants you a lot of extremely useful resistances. And Gibble has like decent enough bulk to where you can kind of run it just like a, it's like a yeah, just like a tank.
Yeah.
Um, the addition of Scale Shot to the Dragon type move pool is also huge for Pokemon like Gibble, who would kind of be borderline unviable without being able to boost its speed through either Dragon Dance or some other move.
Eh,
But
I think you
having
could still run it, but I probably wouldn't run a
you could
Dragon
still
Meet
run
on
it,
it.
but I think the Scale Shot makes the set particularly tough to deal with.
Oh, for sure. In previous gens, when I've messed with Gibble, it's been Edgequake coverage and then rocks, and the fourth move is really just filler. Sometimes roar, sometimes. Wow, you predict that?
Yeah, it was a little risky. But
Okay, okay.
didn't want to eat that Scorching Sands, but
Yeah, I mean, if your facade eating the scorching sands is like okay, but like even then,
yeah.
it's like
I'm not
um,
facade.
I'm still a ghost type too. It's like
Yeah,
you don't have Scrappy.
I don't have Scrappy.
In comes Clauncher. Clauncher's a Pokemon I quite like
Yeah,
a fair
definitely.
amount. From
Conch Daddy underrated.
Yeah, it's a water type pivot, somewhat similar to Goldeen in LCUU. Not in Goldeen's obviously a lot better with its electric immunity and things, but Launcher's got really nice coverage between Aura Sphere, Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb. It's got Flip Turn as well, and that Water Pulse is pretty solid as well. It's also surprisingly fairly bulky. Can hit like 14 in both defenses. Can even hit higher on those, I believe, as well. Though you typically want at least some special attack and speed. Um, but this one is really slow.
Outsped. I wasn't expecting to get outsped.
That one is really slow. Holy moly!
Okay. All right.
I typically
Easy
don't
there.
run mine that slow, but wow.
Uh, yeah, that's a full on slow daddy.
Yeah. I mean, slow U-turn is always. I mean, it is usually pretty good for nabbing that momentum, and you do have somewhat of a, you know, momentum-based team here. In comes Trubbish again. Trubbish will wake up this turn. Um, I believe. Yes, he does. Pain
Oops, and the
Split, get a
pain
little
split.
bit of health back. I'm a big fan of Pain Split Trubbish. That way you get to run EVO rather than relying on like Recycle and Berry Juice. You're just that much bulkier. Um, Obviously, Recycle Juice is a fine set as well, but um, I find Pain Split to be pretty solid overall on Trubbish, both here and in LC UU. And obviously, I get to use one of Trubbish's uh, major bonus points there in setting spikes. Toxic. Actually, I want to. Speaking of spikes, toxic spikes were once a very dominant strategy in LCRU. This was back when we were first establishing the meta, but Levi, one of the greatest LCers of all time, was playing around with a toxic spikes team using toxic spikes Skorupi, and that just kind of ruined everybody. Um, Nowadays,
Yeah,
we have.
back at that time there's
Yeah,
maybe like one other poison type Pokemon, so you couldn't just absorb toxic spikes very freely, and we also didn't really have like particularly decent hazard control.
no.
So it was pretty hard to deal with the toxic spike strategy. Now we have much better, more effective, and consistent hazard control on mons that are actually pretty viable. Like back then, people were having to do things like run Roly Coly, unfortunately, um, or like defog Rowlet,
Noibat. Yeah.
which is like still or Noibat, which are
Mhm.
still sort of okay options, but not my favorite personally. Um, yeah, so that was definitely a really strong archetype. Um, Now it's a little less foolproof, but definitely still pretty threatening.
Yeah, and we also obviously appreciate the introduction of more poison types. We've got Trubbish now here. We've got Oddish newly, and as well as Bulbasaur. Really help T-Spikes not be quite as good, as well as Skorupi's still here, obviously. And Skorupi's a fairly solid Pokemon, also being one of those mons that hits 17 speed. And Bug is weirdly like decent offensively down here. Well, when Zora was one of your main Pokemon to deal with, obviously it's going to be not terrible.
Nice little shore up there.
Of course, you got to shore up the defenses. And Sandygast is
he's putting
okay.
work.
He's doing okay so far.
He's kind of frustrating me a little bit.
Yeah, you can't really break it that easy, especially when your launcher gets outsped.
Yeah, I was not expecting to get outsped, but I guess that's my bad for running super slow ass launcher.
Yeah, what's that, like minus speed or something?
It's 9 speed. I don't think that's minus. I think that's just min.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you know that was. I'll let you know that was a speed tight end. Where my Sandygast is also 9 speed. I'm not running NASCAR.
Yeah, it's like, what is this, like a 11-12 speed Sandygast?
Nah.
Like, what's he outspeeding? Like, what's going on?
Not running NASCAR Sandygast, though. I think 11 could be okay if you're worried about something like Oddish, who probably is running 10. 11 could be okay, but that's a little much for the state of development that this meta has.
Yeah, I think the like slow speed tiers are super unclear right now, which makes them a little weird to figure out your spreads, but it'll become clear as we see more games getting played.
Have you ever seen Scale Shot get more than one hit?
Man, I took out something today.
I mean, more than 2 hits.
I think I got 4 or 5 hits with Scale Shot.
Wow. You played the lotto as well? Because you might want to.
So. Yeah. Let's see here what I'm going to do.
It feels like Scale Shot hitting more than twice is the same chance of Scorching Sands getting the burn. Which is not great.
Let's see.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, I had to talk shit, didn't I? But we're back.
All right, let's see. Let's see how much this does. This will probably do, not even as much. Oof, man, I'm just gonna get walled out here, huh?
Yeah, man. Sandygast is here to stay. Imagine if I got that burn. It'd be over.
Definitely. We're gonna roll for the 5. Ooh, there's the crit. There's another crit. Come on, let's go. Ugh.
Okay, all right. Scorching Sands.
There we go.
You.
We got the burn. We got the burn on deck.
Scale Shot, though. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you like that. All right. Well, that's potentially problematic, but outcome's Krabby.
All right. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Do I let this go? I'm a little worried about what this Krabby's gonna do.
Yeah, Krabby obviously does have options. It's got a fairly potent Scarf set, Liquidation knockoff, Rock Slide, Body Slams, Superpower is also viable. Mine is Agility, and luckily you have the Rock Tomb, so if you've got, say, a Scarf Mime Jr. or something, you will outspeed. Now that I'm not +2 speed, but that was a pretty solid play, I think, on your actually. Oh yeah, and this is obviously still fast, so that worked out for you quite well. I just completely ignored your speed boost there, so now my Krabby just took damage for no reason basically. So that's cool.
Indeed,
it's fine though.
Yes. So now I gotta deal with what we got left here. Do I want to risk? Yeah. Let's just go for it.
Krabby, not known for its special defense stat, I will say. Um, this Mime Jr. is definitely threatening here.
And I'm gonna. Oof. Yeah, let's just let her rip here. Alright, there's the Trubbish.
Krabby's
and
back.
there's a new Krabby.
What do you mean new?
Krabby.
What do you mean new Krabby? Don't you know Trubbish's hidden ability? It's basically a free healing wish when it dies. That's definitely
so this
what's
is the trick
going
about
on.
using Blue Girl, right? You will be revealed by Stealth Rocks, among other
You will.
things. Yeah.
It is true. You know, I know this is friendly, but I still want to calc this so I make the right play.
Yeah. Let's see here. What's my play? I think that's my play. Yeah. Although that spike is giving me some problems here.
Yeah, man. Gotta love spikes.
I also wonder what your set is.
Yeah, that is one of the things with Zoro. It can run mixed. It can run full special. It can run full physical. It can run nasty.
You got Life Orb. You got
can...
Ezio. You got all kinds of crazy stuff it could do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna take a little gamble here.
Unfortunately, I don't think this is in my favor. I should have checked that beforehand. So,
well, this could be. Yeah, and. Oh yeah.
Expected. Out comes Fletchling. Rocking the Tims. Rocking the Tims out here.
Okay. I see.
Fletchling, for those of you who might be new to LC in general, was once a real king of LC back in the days of Gen 6. It was
That's a lot of damage.
I mean, no, it's very weak. But, back in the day...
Well, it did more than I expected it to.
Fair. Back in the day when Fletchling was at its peak, it was pretty solid. Pretty solid mon for sure. Here comes one of our other fighting types who's not really at the top. We have 4 fighting types that are relevant, and then Tyrogue. But Clobbopus, who is an S+ tier cute mon, unfortunately is not an S+ tier ability mon. But it's got some fun stuff that it can do. And he is the Will-O-Wisp. That's annoying. And I missed my circle throw. Okay. Well.
Pretty rough.
Yeah. Not the greatest turn for me.
Now, the annoying thing is here that I would probably like to stand, except that if I Flare Blitz, I'm going to not have enough health left to deal with other shit. So, that spike is just, man.
Yeah. Imagine if I would have got up more than one spike, too.
Oof, that would have been real bad.
Because I tried to when I was sleeping all those turns. Well, this whatever Clobbopus is trying to do, it's not going to be doing damage now that it's burned and has that parting shot on it. Leighton proving to be quite annoying for these physical attack based squads here. I am going to phase out the Stuffle. In comes the Mime Jr., probably the Pokemon I least wanted to see here. Potentially is okay, though. Potentially okay. I might still have a shot. Ah!
Oof. Rough.
Oh!
Oh my god. What? Unforeseen. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I guess this is the way the cookie crumbles, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it. Alright, it's fine. Alright, Fletch is coming out once again.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to let this go at this point, which is fine. And now we're gonna. Ooh, how much did that do last time?
It did a number of
38
damage. Yeah.
Ooh,
You're fine.
that's gonna be real close.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got like 40 health. I mean, 40%.
All right.
I mean, also Stuffle just lives for sure.
Oh, for sure. But
However,
we're trying to play it. We're trying to play it safe.
Yeah, going to Stuffle wouldn't be the play. For
No.
For this reason, which I won't reveal, but
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
All right.
Yeah. Well, now I can just wisp pretty freely. Yeah. Cool. And the tail one, very cute. That could be a problem. I
don't think it will be for you, but
yeah, I think I should be able to make my way out of this, but can't get too confident too quick here. What I think the play is to just oh. Okay.
I think that worked out for you, actually.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. And yeah, I think it should be okay. And we'll just.
Oh, weird. Bulbasaur still has a set in the calc.
How about that?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's probably not my set.
It's not. It definitely isn't. Because, as we...
This is actually maybe possibly kind of risky, but, we're going to find out. Depends on what your fourth is.
Yeah. I guess that's the play. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just need to hope that my fourth can't take out Stuffle.
I don't think it should be able to.
What if it's superpower?
Does a superpower do that much to me?
Superpower off a 22 attack life orb?
Yeah, it might. Yeah, it totally might. That would be really bad. Let's just see what happens.
It of course depends on how much defense you have. Actually, it doesn't, because I don't have superpower.
Oh, this is also this is not a speed tie. I'm gonna outspeed you, so I should just count this and make sure that I'm gonna kill with whatever I use. I'm gonna assume you are. Let's just say, what if you're 16 defense? And I am. Actually, how much attack am I? Not all that much. Well, that'll kill. I thought you were at it.
I am.
How did you go first? Oh, the Tailwind's still at it.
Yeah, come on.
Tailwind is still at it. I lost track.
Yeah.
GG.
But yeah, GG. I lose the first game, unfortunately. Layton really showed how annoying it can be for these physically based teams that I have.
In general, I would say the tier skews pretty physical in terms of offensive threats. We have a few big ones like Mime and Zorua that are special attackers, but I would say more of the threats that more of the Mons that I think are in the upper tiers are physical attackers.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. You did forget one major special attacker, who is your girl, obvious, so I'm kind of surprised.
Smooch.
Smoochum, gotta love her.
Miss Smooch. Yeah, no, she's got the sauce.
Yeah, man. And that 85 base special attack, nothing to sneeze at.
Smooch is definitely a threat, although she has some weaknesses.
For sure. The that defense stat being the primary one.
Yes. Also, typing not exactly the most advantageous.
Defensively, no.
Yes. All right, round 2. Here we go. We're gonna try something a little funny here.
Okay. I tried to switch it up and not bring stuff that I brought in the last game. I don't know if I completely succeeded, but
yeah. Oh, that's fine.
I think Sandy Gas had a decent showing in that game.
It did. It really did. Ooh, look at this. We got double Sinisty and double Trike.
Indeed.
And the tongue.
And you brought that Mon.
So we've got Blipbug webs on deck here. Joltage is not a fan of Blipbug.
And if you're wondering why I'm not a fan of Blipbug, just
it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Check out his base stats. And
it is our only web setter. And it's got those stats going for it. I don't think webs are good enough to justify.
The move pool is also, I think, a total of 5 or 6 moves.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it actually has just enough.
I am not of that opinion. Am I defog on this team? Check.
Better hope so.
Okay, we're all right. We're fine.
And there's an Aaron over there too. That's kind of fun.
Aaron is over here.
How are we gonna start this up here? Let's go. Oh, and there it is. To meet my boy Anorith. That's not looking great. Not a great lead. Okay. Well, we can do a couple different things here. Do I need this? Yeah, let's just let rip. And we got Sturdy Juice.
Goodbye,
Anorith. All right, fair enough. Let's...
Earth Power on the Anorith. Why don't you go through your thought process behind that? Anorith not known for its special attacking stat.
Yeah, so basically Anorith's move pool is not great offensively. You basically have your Rock Stab, you've got Knockoff, which is fantastic, and then you've got Bug Stab, and that's kind of all you have access to. You do have Aqua Jet, which is kind of nice for certain situations, although not probably that helpful in LCRU, to be honest. So Earth Power allows Anorith to hit Meowth, G on the switch, other Rockmons, just things that would normally kind of give it a little bit of an issue and force it out. Kind of gives you an option, on the predicted switch to hit KO. In some cases, 1-hit KO, depending on the set. So that's why we run Earth Power. It's not necessarily like the greatest, but Anorith doesn't have a ton of, you can put Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin on your Anorith. I personally don't like ever running both things on one mon.
I'm generally of that school of thought as well.
But
Yeah.
Golett here. Just go the D-punch. Give me that confusion.
Goodbye.
Ooh, this is not going well.
Aaron claims 2 from lead. This is what we like to see.
Ooh, this is looking ugly. All right. Well, time to start holding.
I could have gone to my own Electrek on that, but the Electrek v Electrek battle is not the most fun. And, it's also possible that his is not choiced. It's also possible mine's not choiced. Though
right.
Electrek's move pool is Pretty
Also not
ass. Pretty shit, if you ask me.
Yeah, one of those things that you'll kind of find when down here in LCRU is you kind of end up with a lot of mons that don't have the best move pools.
That is certainly true.
Yeah. Okay, so
If hidden power existed still, Electrike would have like HP Ice or something to go for, but it doesn't. So you're really
now
just stuck with flamethrower and electric.
I could try to set up on Lickitung here. I would probably expect this to be a knockoff Wish passing defensive set.
I think it's interesting that you think setting up on it would do anything. You know,
well,
like when you're like, I can set up on this. This implies that you win the 1v1.
Yeah, that
you
probably wouldn't happen.
Don't.
Probably don't. It could also be a special set, which hasn't really been explored too much.
This is true. Lickitung does have a higher special attack stat than its physical.
And there's the knock, as I expected. And we're gonna get those webs.
No, you're not.
We're not gonna get those webs.
No, you are not.
All right, and this is looking pretty dire.
It's
to go out to the boy.
Not stellar for you. I will.
No, definitely
have
not.
To say. Lickitung being a Gen 1 normal has all kinds of coverage.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
It's missing the one move that I wish it had, which in Psychic. But other than that, it's got all the other staples. Your Fire Blasts, your Thunderbolts, your Ice Beams, your Surf even. All right, down goes Rowlet.
Yep.
Makes sense to me. Out comes my Sinistee.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Snarl.
Missed.
Snarl.
Missed.
Yeah. You love missing 95% accurate moves, don't you?
Classic. Okay. I don't have a ton of options at this point. Let's see what.
Kind of surprised Rowlet died in one hit like that.
Oh yeah, Rowlet goes down to an Ice Punch.
Yeah,
off of
like
more than 14 attack, it goes down unless you're a super bulky investment.
And that one is not for sure.
Yeah, that's the problem for this tier. Both Rowlet and Noibat, who are kind of our best flyers, get OHKO'd by ice moves. Also, Gible gets OHKO'd by ice moves. So we kind of have this weird.
Did you pronounce the G in Gible as a J sound?
Gible? Did I say Gible?
Yeah.
I don't know. Gible, whatever. I don't want to do this.
I'm not normally one to point out ones like that, but I just, it just sounded weird. I don't think I've ever heard it said like that.
Yeah.
Snarl's cool though. I hadn't thought about trying to run that on my Electrike. I tend to run double electric moves, Flamethrower, and Switcheroo just because really that last move is kind of who cares,
Indeed. Yes. Switcheroo is probably the standard fourth move on a Scarf set. Mine is not Scarf. But, here we are, about to get owned. And go. Okay, cool. Wow, and that does nothing.
Yeah,
very
like
cool,
I said,
very cool.
Clauncher, decently bulky.
And yeah, I think we just have to.
Oh wow. That was a min speed reel.
Yep, there we go. And boop. Yeah, this is about a GG here.
Well, that's what you get for bringing Blipbug.
Oof. And yeah, this is over. All right. Well, unfortunately, this was not the Blipbug blip up showing I had hoped for.
It was not.
I was gonna try to prove Jay wrong here, and I definitely did not do that.
Nope. So. Got surprised both by my Aeron, I believe, as well as that Lickitung revealing the Fire Blast.
That's true. The Aeron really put in work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, although Metal Burst is a pretty cool option for it.
It does not work like Counter and Mirror Coat in that it gives you negative priority. So if you outspeed things, you don't do anything. So watch out for that if you're trying to use that set for yourself. But Sturdy Juice, tried and true, and it put in work there.
Definitely. Yeah, I do think there are webs configurations in this tier that are pretty viable. I don't know if that one I just brought was particularly good. I think it probably wasn't, but I think it is. I think it is plausible. It's definitely a little bit tricky though when your web setter is that sus.
I will be remaining on the anti-webs propaganda train. There's a Spheal on my screen. You brought 2 ice types when I brought 2 dragon types. Could you counter team me anymore if you tried?
You got a Fomantis over there as well.
Honestly, this is 6 mons that beat Fomantis. It's actually only 5, but still, actually
it's
only 4 technically. It's only 4 technically because
you don't know what he's running. All right, let's see.
This team I'm running is pretty old, I gotta say.
I think I do remember this.
So we'll see
Vaguely.
how it fares here against Zero's team with some new mons. Spheal is something have no idea what the fuck this is gonna do. So
honestly, me neither. I'm gonna find out. Yep. Okay.
He's going to Life Orb play rough me, and I'm going to die.
Let's see. This could get a little hairy.
I know we mentioned Meowth earlier during the beginning phase, but Meowth is typically one of our better Scarfers with its U-turn ability. And Tough Claw's U-turn and Iron Head is pretty decent. It's not stellar because it's not very strong, but it can do a job sometimes.
It hits decently hard, I'd say. It's definitely not one of the strongest physical attackers in the tier, but it can do stuff for sure. And there's a Scorpy. That's probably gonna throw some toxic spikes at me, or it's gonna knock me. And I don't really want either of those things to happen.
I mean, both is good if you ask me.
But I don't know that a Hex is gonna do too much here.
Yeah, no, Duskull not known for its offensive capability, gotta say.
Certainly not. Let's see. Let's just have a look-see here in the calc. And what even am I running? Okay, that's what I'm running. Yeah, this is a mon where you have to run Modest to hit 13 Spatak. Not a great scenario.
I call that a big yikes. It's got really good defenses, but no HP and no attack stats.
Well, yeah. So, okay. All right, let's give this a shot. Let's see. Yep, there's the knock. Did not do as much as I wanted it to do. Definitely not.
I mean, you healed up a fair amount of your health, thanks to that low HP stat, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's okay, another spike. That's not looking good for me. Yep, and you're not quite in range of a hex at this point.
I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't really make a whole ton of progress here either.
Well, you can keep throwing toxic spikes, which is gonna be a bitch for me to deal with.
Yeah, typically in LC, the second layer not important.
Is not that necessary. That's fair. That's a fair point. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go after the boy.
Growlithe comes in, takes the poison. One of the mons I definitely wanted to eat a poison as well, so I am pretty happy with that exchange. Growlithe, you've used Litten earlier. We saw Litten earlier this video. Growlithe differentiates itself from Litten by not being able to pivot, but having much superior offensive coverage physically, as well as just being generally bulkier. Can really just like sit on things sometimes, and that might be what it's trying to do here. Who knows? Not I will say that much.
Yeah, this should be Will-O-Wisp spam, but it's not.
Well, that's comforting.
Indeed. Skill shot.
That did a lot. I'm sorry for shit talking Scale Shot earlier.
I told you, man. That shit's dangerous.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Gibble claims Duskull from near full, and we love to see it.
Yeah, and we're gonna just have to go.
Out comes Swinub. And game like this is why you see that how Toxic Spike was prominent earlier in the gen. Just able to really just annoy teams that don't have a poison, can't clear it. Obviously the Ice Shard here is fairly scary. I don't have an ice type switch-in really, especially not one that likes switching into Swinub's Earthquake here. So slight dilemma for me. Does go for the Ice Shard. I was hoping that maybe my my ramblings would convince him to
dissuade me,
go for the Earthquake or something, but
it
was not meant to be. It was not meant to be on this occasion.
Yeah, Swinub is this kind of one of these kind of weird LCRU mons where you look at the stats and you're like, God, this just looks unviable. But when you think about it for a second, Swinub has the ultimate offensive typing.
Yes.
Doesn't necessarily mean that he always gets a chance to use it particularly well. But Swinub does have an okay move pool, and it's actually fast enough. So, okay, he's going Fomantis. I'm going to assume this is probably a Scarf. But I could risk another Ice Shard. I wonder, is this a bluff? And let's just see how much this would do to a Scarfed. Not that much, unfortunately.
Really?
Oh, this is Eevio, actually. That's better. Still not gonna get the KO. I think I have other ways out here, so I'm gonna click that Ice Shard. Ooh, and it looks like it's an Eevio Fomantis, and that's down. Okay, that's
it is indeed an Eevio Fomantis.
I could have clicked Icicle Crash.
You could have. but I had to bluff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Good bluff. Okay.
Are you is that Swinub Jolly? Like 15?
It is. It is 15. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna
Fomantis is not one of our better grass types, especially nowadays that we've got Oddish and Bulbasaur in the tier. But back when this team was created, our best grass type was Morlo. Thanks for the attack. You know, I don't need it, but
you're very welcome.
I still appreciate it. You know.
Indeed.
But yeah, Fomantis has nothing really outside of its stabs. So you know, it can defog, but yeah, outside of Leaf Storm, it's about it. Not gonna lie, not the best Pokemon.
I think it has Poison Jab, right?
Yeah, it has physical moves, but not really what you want to be doing with it. I don't know.
Yeah. We are very low on health. This is going to be a speed tie.
Max speed, Jolly Growlithe? That's...
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well...
I'm going to probably want... do I risk this?
Well, what's your other play?
I imagine this is probably an offensive mime. I'm one of the freaks that runs a fat mime.
As fat as you can make them on 20 base HP at least, you know.
I'm gonna just click Blitz. Oh, and it goes down.
Yes, that was a berry juice mime. So
berry juice. Okay. So from here, I think the play. Let's see what Jang's got on deck. This could be really bad for me, or it could be okay. Well, let's just do a quick vibe check. Okay. Oop, and Scale Shot. Interesting. Too bad I didn't use Iron Head there. Okay. Bad time. And I better not miss.
Is he Scarf Noibat? Possibly. If he is, a Scale Shot on my part, bad play. He is. Like I said, Scale Shot on my part, bad play. I could have EQ'd and taken out that Meowth more than likely. But I wanted to have a chance to outspeed that Noibat, who was Scarfed anyway, so... Unfortunate, as they say.
Indeed. Oh, those rocks. Doing the damage. And I think I will just let this... Oh, sunny day.
Yeah, you know, I gotta get that weather ball going.
Yeah. Interesting. And we can just...
And I really wanted to make sure your heat wave killed me.
Right, exactly. Just in case.
You know, provided you don't miss, of course.
Yeah.
Damn it! Come on, game. You're supposed to...
That's a GG.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I had the matchup there, and that probably didn't play it that well, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean...
enough.
Yeah. Alright.
The Spheal, unfortunately, did not get to shine. I'm glad Swinub kind of did. Spheal has thick fat, and if you're crazy like me and don't care about speed in this tier, you can run it and hit 14 in both defenses and 24 HP. So it's kind of like a really badly typed Munchlax almost.
I mean, it's just as weak to fighting.
Yeah, exactly. The biggest problem, or one of the bigger problems, is really that your best coverage is physical, but your best stabs are special. So you don't want to run it mixed. It's just can't say that I highly recommend it. This is my second time trying to use it, and it didn't really do anything. So,
I mean, it took out the Fomantis. Not that it mattered, but
that's true. It did take out Fomantis. Well, you sort of gave me a free turn there. Okay, let's try something fun. Okay.
I've been counter-teamed.
All right, here we go. This is interesting. I wonder how this is going to go.
Yeah, so clearly we both brought Rain, or at least some variant. He also brought Sobble. Sobble was the most crapped upon of the Gen 8 starters. They didn't give it anything except screens. So it's likely screens, and then a belly drum, Poliwag, plus Rain.
Maybe. Could be.
No, I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't. But,
yeah. You'd be right.
Okay. We'll see how this goes.
Let's kick this off.
Oddish should be good, at least.
Oddish looks pretty good here. I don't have an easy way of dealing with Oddish. Oddish is a little bit of a problem. Oh.
But he's got the faster Swift Swimmers. And by faster Swift Swimmers, I mean he's got a Poliwag, who is a faster Swift Swimmer than both Kabuto and Psyduck. He's also got his own Psyduck, so...
Indeed. Okay. Let's try this. There's the Gib. Whatever. Let's, Things along line. Okay. Cool. Sleepy boy. Do you accept your destiny as a sleepy boy?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a better option. Nah.
Yep. Very good. And now we got a sleepy boy, whom I am free to set up on.
Yes, of course.
Sleep Talk Gible, here we go.
This looks like the setup mon. Oh, it is actually the setup mon. Okay. Noted indeed. Okay.
We're gonna make sure that Oddish doesn't make it out alive.
Yeah, that's problematic for the boy.
Is this enough? I'm not sure if it's enough. Let's check.
Ice Beam definitely kills, I promise.
Is this some kind of weird Oddish set?
Yes, it's chlorophyll.
It's Scarf Oddish.
Yeah. It's actually super Scarf Oddish,
Yeah. Let's just get one more in for good measure.
Why not,
And it's awake! And I'm doomed! Oh no! I'm down to 20 speed. Alright, time to start letting it rip. Okay, there's the Cobb. Oh, did a lot.
Yeah, not enough.
Indeed.
Not
there's your
enough.
duck. You're gonna outspeed me.
This is true. But will I kill?
I mean, I'm at 4 HP. I hope so. This is a little bit troubling. I think my play is to do something funny. Does this matter? Yeah. Okay, that did a lot. Jesus.
Cool. I'll take the no screens.
Very good, very good. And here we go, round 2.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't have yawn 2, does it?
That would be cool if it did.
Appreciate you.
You got it. No problemo.
Yeah.
And let's see. Do I have a way to really deal with this?
It's called. You're gonna hypnosis.
Let's just. I think the play. Is that the play? I think that's the play.
Obscene.
Oof, and the crit.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Which is why that was obscene.
But
still obscene. Oh, double crit. Okay, alright, put your scope lens crabby away, alright?
Some classic Zero action. Just 2 crits in a row. Okay, that's definitely a Thunder Solosis. But we can go ahead and just... do we let Krabby go here?
Well, I mean, something dies here.
Well, right. I mean, am I realistically gonna set up Poliwag at this point?
No.
Looking.
Unless it does it on Psyduck.
Yeah, that I don't think that's gonna happen. Could it? Let's check that. Let's check that out. I don't know what your Psyduck set is though. It looked like it was hitting kind of hard.
Yeah, well, you know.
Poliwag. Oh boy. And we're gonna fight on that. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's just go for it. Yep, there's the stash. And here comes the thunder. And goodbye, Krabby. Thank you for your service. Very good of you. And yeah, and now we're gonna do this. Yeah. Okay, we got duck on duck. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay. So here we go. The last stand of the Mohicans. We're gonna... Yep, and... Okay, clean 50. Cool. And...
You have to hope your water move kills, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, it well, let's see. Do.
I mean, I guess you don't have to, but...
No. Oh, because you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you weren't water absorbed anyway, were you?
I was.
Oh, yeah. That's why you had to do that.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm just gonna get prankstered here.
Yep.
Yeah, but a GG.
Yeah. Because if you went for the water move, I couldn't do that.
Right. Yes. Good shout.
Yep.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Rain v Rain action. My Psyduck was not max speed.
What was that Psyduck?
It was modest 17 Spatak.
Yeah, it was slapping.
Yeah,
hard.
and it was only 14 speed.
It looked like I had some Spadef on it. Or was mine just? Did I get like a low roll?
I mean, it was 12, but
okay, so maybe that was a low roll. I don't know, actually. I don't know what that normal
That's
roll is.
ASPDF point. But...
Yeah, it's like 80 or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, GG. That was fun.
Alright. Series knotted up 2-2, by the way.
Yep. Got a nice... Yeah, let's go. Okay. Cool team. I brought an oldie but a goodie.
I brought a fatty team.
I see that. Looking very Jamungo.
Yeah. Very pink. Very lose to Zorua. You know.
Yeah, well. Don't count yourself out yet.
Yeah, we'll see how she goes.
Yeah. Alright. We're gonna... What are we gonna do here? We're gonna lead... Okay. Oh, right. I have to do this part. Yeah. When you use Zorua, you pick the order of your team.
Yes.
Because the way illusion works is Zorua enters the field disguised as the last active or living Pokemon on the team. So, like, if you led with the Pokemon in the last position of your team and it dies, then the Zorua illusion will automatically move to the next Pokemon sequentially on your team. This can get kind of confusing sometimes in game. Even for users of Zorua, it takes there's like a little bit of a learning curve to sort of learning how to use this thing. And let's just do it like this.
Not what I wanted to see.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, and we're gonna go ahead. Yeah. Oh, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do that.
Well, it's possible this is Zorua, obviously, but either way, not a great lead matchup for me.
Indeed.
I was really hoping it'd be like Meowth. Really just Meowth. Or Skorupi, you know? That'd been great.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. We are gonna just see what happens here. Yep.
All right. Was not
Classic.
Zorua.
Classic. All right, and we're gonna just.
For what it's worth, Morelull absolutely eats that because Morelull is a fatty.
Oh, for sure.
And Binacle is very weak.
That's probably a 3-hit KO at best. I could see it even being worse than that. But I kind of was just curious to see how much it would do.
I mean, you might as well. You were behind a sub. Sub Binacle is definitely interesting.
Yeah, I thought that I should have just doubled on that T1 to smooch, expecting the Stuffle, but or the Morello, but I thought I'd just fish for a free setup. Okay,
I think that was a reasonable sub because it's possible that I could have been like, "I'm gonna wisp you."
Exactly. That's exactly thinking. Okay, so now someone's gonna have to use 4.
Because Torchic has no coverage.
Indeed.
That's right.
So, do keep that in mind.
And there's Big Trub. And I'm expecting either spikes or maybe a Drain Punch here. Yep, there's the Drain Punch, which does literally nothing to Scorpy.
Hey man, Scorpy's got the 4 times resist. It's got
the quad resist.
Yeah.
Okay, and we trade T-Spikes. Very cool.
Something's gonna have to take it on both teams.
So he's probably Sticky Hold, so there's no reason I'm going to try to knock here.
My team might be one of the few situations where the second T-Spike might be good. But, who knows?
True. He may be packing Rock Blast, which would be kind of bad for my Scorpy.
Yeah. Rock Blast is definitely an option for physically based Trubbish to be running.
Oh, and the Torchic is booted. Okay.
Got the Tims.
Yep. And yeah, LCRU, Tims and RU, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of messing with them a little bit.
I think it's worth messing with,
I thought this was Defog. It is not.
Okay. And I'm going to just hit that knock.
Yep, and Skorupi's dead.
Wow.
And Skorupi is dead because of that. Thank you for your service. That T-Spike is staying up.
Very cool. We're going to just...
die.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. And we're just going to have to play around the T-Spike, which is cool. Mm-hmm.
I'm really annoyed that this is not Defog torching, though. But it's fine. It's fine. Goes right for it.
Yeah. And I'm going to lose some health here, but that's probably okay.
And had to get rid of these T-Spikes, obviously. If there's one thing that a fat team doesn't like, it's being T-spiked on. Out comes Poke, eating it up.
I got the death drop though.
The defense drop, definitely a problem. Definitely a problem.
There's the Morel, and another missed Stone Edge, to be expected.
Yeah. Get the Binnacle his glasses, man.
Binnacle.
He needs 2 pair.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I would probably say Binacle, because.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely correct. Yeah. Because Barnacle, bi as in 2. Yeah, no, that's for sure the right way to say it.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's just let this go. Let's let it rip. And okay, nice. We got some good damage there. And strikes.
That is good damage, I will say. Yeah. Definitely good damage.
That was more than I expected.
Yeah, and I enjoyed getting all of that health back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well.
And we're gonna just try to hit one more. This would probably be a good time for you to switch in Stuffle.
See, I don't like what that allows in the next turn.
That's fair. Okay. So not a Torchic's on. Okay, and what's gonna happen now? It's almost time for Miss Smooch to go nuts, but not quite. We need to get rid of Lickitung. and there's only one course of action.
Well, that worked out.
And I'm gonna go. I'm expecting probably like a counter or something here. Just see what happens if I do this. Okay, and a shrub comes out. That's all right. Let's just see. We wake up. And that Drain Punch does not much, and we get our wake. And let's go.
The good thing for me is that this Trubbish speed test with everything.
Smooch time.
Unless, of course, this is Scarf Smoochum.
Yeah. Good. Okay. There's the poke.
It's actually a Zorua.
Indeed.
So the question becomes... There's no question at all.
Right. And now...
Now Morlul's gonna die to the likely Sludge Bomb.
If only life were so simple.
Well, if that's not on the table, it's likely a U-turn or something. Who knows?
Indeed, who freaking knows? Okay. I think that's the play. Right. Yep.
Cool play. Would have been cooler when you had a Binnacle or like something that could sell.
Yes.
Though Binnacle was never
Indeed.
getting through this team.
Indeed. Yeah. No,
Binnacle
was shut out.
Yeah. Never
But
getting through this team.
He did get to drop some rocks on Torchic.
Yeah. Torchic, Torchic did a job, you know?
Oh, yeah. And so now the question is, does my Meowth kill the Morello from here?
That is a good question. Let's consult the calc, shall we?
And it looks like it does. Looks like there may be a roll to miss this depending on what your HP investment is. You are at 77 right now. I would guess that puts you at... Oh yeah, so it should be guaranteed unless you are a particularly fat Morello, which is totally plausible. But
I'm also knocked off just in case.
Oh yeah, no, I know you're not. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay. And yeah, it's P-Jab. Okie dokie. You're up. Yeah, Chop is probably third string in LCRU, but has some cool things. It's the only fighter with knockoff in the tier, which is obviously very important for fighting Pokemon to have.
Of course.
Machop also has close combat. It does not, unfortunately, have Drain Punch. It has a couple of other fun things like Poison Jab and Bullet Punch.
Earthquake as well. Can be cool.
Of course, the infamous Dynamic Punch.
Yes.
Which typically used on a Scarf set. Yeah, it's it can do its thing. You know, it's got pretty good physical bulk compared to some of the other fellows.
Mainly just Riolu. Stuffle obviously is outclassing it in physical bulk, and Clop can be bulky as well. But One of Machop's cooler things IMO is that Guts ability, which could be coming into play right now. I have no idea.
Yeah. I unfortunately don't have the EQ. So we're just gonna see where this trade goes. Okay, that gunk did a good chunk, and nice. All right. Ooh, and the juice. Okay, well the juice is gone. He probably recycles here. I need to keep my chop.
Oh, interesting.
And got a little chip. And I don't think I KO from here. Especially if he gets his Drain Punch HP, but let's just see. Oh,
You did not
quite. Yeah. Yep. This is looking kind of unfortunate. So I need to fish for a flinch. Okay.
I don't know exactly how you're gonna get this flinch. Seeing as I'm definitely faster than you.
Yeah.
But I applaud the effort.
Indeed. Let's see here. How much did I do? I did 34. Okay, that's fine. We can just give up Mr. Meowth. And
what is throwing me is that on your team preview over there, it was showing Zoro as the thing that was alive.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, no, it's dead. It has to be dead.
It's dead, I swear. Okay, and I would guess that this Slowpoke has Fire Blast. I don't know if I kill this thing here.
Non-life orb? Probably not. We'll see, though. I'm not particularly Spadef invested.
Okay.
Actually, not even close.
Got the Spadef drop. There's the Fire Blast. Oh, and I live it. That's cool. And
yeah, Smoochum's Spadef itself is not bad.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's just see. Smooch. And I am not Life Orb, unfortunately. Well, maybe it's fortunate in this case.
Yeah, it definitely saves you a bit of chip.
That's not gonna do what I want it to do. So yeah, this is looking bad.
If you pull this one out, you're the greatest player of all time. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow. What?
That's Fluffy in action for you.
That's right. I always forget this. Draining Kiss is a contact move.
Yes. So Fluffy doesn't just work on physical attacks. It works on any contact move.
It is effective. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to guess this must be either he's going to switch again. It's got to be a Scarf Stuffle.
What do I need the Stuffle for?
Let's just let it rip. Okay. All right. We're letting it rip.
I didn't need that.
Okay, and there's Big Tongue. Yeah, this is looking dire. Can fish for freeze?
Yeah, that's a play.
Otherwise,
you can hack in Lovely Kiss, maybe? I don't know.
Right. Okay. Not over yet. Let's just do that. That's fine. Okay.
Is he Bullet Punch? He is.
He is.
However, doesn't matter.
But I don't have a way to kill Lickitung unless I get a freeze here. So yeah. Oh, it did have counter. I was correct. All right. Wow.
Oh wow, it revealed the counter. Interesting. Oh damn,
got crit.
Got that
I got the crit.
Nice crit, man.
Thanks, man. GG.
Oh, GG. Damn, that crit did no damage.
Oh, pitiful. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Smooching with a life orb is super threatening. Smooching without a life orb,
not as much.
Not quite as much.
Not as much.
If you can find time to nasty plot, then it's a little bit of a different story. But yeah,
I think. ¿Por qué no los dos?
True. You can go for the biggest gun. All right.
Well, that's cool to see Fat pick up a dub.
Yeah, I think Fat is very viable in LCRU. This is not a tier where I think you should run Suicide Spam with Life Orb offense. Although that has been my style lately in LCUU, I think there's a lot of merit to running fat, bulky mons here.
I was able to. I'll be honest, I was worried at preview, looking at your team between the Zorua and Smoochum mainly.
Yeah, I probably could have played that a little better in the opening stanza, but you did what you needed to do.
Yeah, and I think Skorupi. I think me trapping the Skorupi like I did was actually
was actually kind of big.
Yeah,
that was kind of big.
Because I was able to keep that toxic spike up.
The fire spin.
Yeah,
the unforeseen fire spin. That's cool. We like to see that.
Yeah. Don't ask me what it's for, but actually it's for
that situation.
Yeah, no, but it's also
it's to trap Scorpion.
Yeah, it's also like toxic protect, so it's like I don't know, just more chip, I guess.
Okay, there you go.
And I didn't want to sub with boots on because you're not getting any of that health back.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, let's try this.
All right, let's see here. Let's run.
Hammer in. Ooh, we got a clink. Nice.
We do have a clink.
Double loin, double pump. Look at this. Wow.
Which pump is yours?
I'm rocking with. Well, you'll find out.
We can only run.
There's only two options over here.
Exactly. Yeah. Both small and super are. Yeah, both small and super are in UU. They're too high ranked. So we have regular Pumpkaboo and large Pumpkaboo to work with down here. They're kind of. They're basically the same thing.
Yeah, the only difference is that large Pumpkaboo can hit 25 HP with maximum investment. That's,
yes.
I believe, literally the only difference.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe there would be like the EVs would end up differently because of the difference in the HP distribution, but it actually doesn't change the EVs at all.
No, it does not, because Pumpkaboo has because the difference is between the forms is always HP versus speed. So
right.
Like in the way LC EVs work is every time you hit a 3, like in the 10 in the ones place of the number, that you can gain an extra point. So
right.
with large and regular's speed stat, they're both in that same bracket of 10, so they hit the same speed. They obviously have all the same other points, but their HP is falls outside of that bracket. So.
Right. Yeah, so they both max out at 15 speed. Yes. Okay. All right.
That was an interesting brick break.
Okay. This pump
could be a bit of an issue.
Possibly. You got a Baniri on your side. I know when we were talking in setting this video up, you mentioned that you thought Baniri was pretty good. Why don't you talk us through why you think Baniri has some merit in this tier?
Yeah, so Baniri's a cool mon. I mean, we do have Meowth Alola down here, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it.
Yeah, no, that thing sucks.
Yeah. Baniri, on the other hand, can kind of do a little bit of like what Meowth does in LCUU, where it's got that stab fake out, pretty high speed. Baniri hits 19. So with a Life Orb, those fake outs are hitting pretty hard. Cool thing about Baniri, while it lacks the utility and the pivoting that Meowth Kanto has in Knockoff and U-Turn, Baniri has access to some pretty awesome coverage attacks like Drain Punch, Play Rough, Triple Axle. So you have like pretty crazy coverage, and you've got a pretty big attack stat. You're able to hit, I think it's either 17 or 18 ATA.
Yeah.
So that can be pretty threatening, in addition to quick attack.
You've also got the elemental punches to work with. I remember I was playing around with Baniri last gen LCUU as a lead. I did 0.
Yep. Okay, and we get burn. Very good, very good.
I was playing around with it last gen as a lead because fake out into Thunder Punch actually would take out Archon 100% of the time.
That's cool.
Which was useful because Archon is obviously a major threat to a ton of teams. Thunder Punch, obviously, rather than like Ice Punch, because Frillish existed and continues to exist, of course.
Indeed.
Wow.
Yeah,
why'd you
miss? Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I was hoping that I would catch the Purloin, actually.
Yeah, I was not gonna do that. And let's go for... Yeah, that's probably the mid-ground. There's the Clink. Ooh, that's a pretty specially bulky Clink, huh? Okay.
It does a job. Okay, alright. Chip.
We're gonna eat that gear grind. We're gonna get kind of low on health. We're gonna throw out a move. See what we hit.
Another Pokemon that we haven't seen yet on your side, we've got that Remoraid, who has the coverage to really threaten people.
Oh yeah.
It's a mon that I feel like should have U-turn, but doesn't. Probably because it wouldn't make sense if its Evolve form had U-turn. But you know what else doesn't make sense? Its Evolve form. Again, Remoraid's a very cool mon with its coverage. It's got Fire Blast, Psychic, Ice Beam, Gunk Shot, Bullet Seed with Hustle. So, like, it's physical.
Yes,
it's
the forbidden ability.
Yes. We've got quite a few Hustle mons down here, actually. We've got both Darumakas. We've got Dino. We've got Remoraid, obviously. Yeah, we've got a lot of hustling going on down in LCRU.
Yep. I personally don't find Hustle to be particularly reliable.
It is,
but
it is definitely not. But it is very fun when you do hit and you're running something like a banded Darumaka. That is a fun time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so out comes Baniri. Baniri, kind of scary. Wow, that triple axle actually. No. Oh, bailed. Okay. Double bailed.
Blunders.
Double bailed. Okay.
We're gonna try that again. Okay.
All right. Triple axle did more than I would have liked it to. Not gonna lie to you.
a little less than I wanted to, honestly. But yeah, all 3 hits, that probably would have done close to an Oko, and that looked like a pretty defensively invested Pumpkaboo.
It was. She was at 15. You know.
Yeah, that's fact. That's a fact.
No slouch. No slouch.
Oh, 15 speed or 15 death?
Death.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Cheeks.
Mm-hmm. All right.
There's the Anorith.
Out comes Anorith.
This is a little bit of a problem. Yeah, this is why I was thinking about keeping Stuffle.
Stuffle's would have also been very useful for that Clink I have.
Indeed. We're just gonna have to fight this out. And just see if we can.
You might be able to handle Clink between chipping it and priority.
Yeah, I'm less worried about Clink, more worried about this thing. Okay, we're gonna. I think we're gonna. Axel again. Oop, and the Rock Blast missed. Oh, sorry about that. I'm kind of lucking this. Oop, and there you go. Oh, ooh, it's juice. Wow, but that was a good little chunk.
Slope and area, interesting. Or 18 speed, probably.
We definitely got lucky in that interaction. Let's. He won the speed tie. Do we want to risk it again?
I don't know if you do, dude. I don't know if that triple axle didn't look like it killed. And if that's your best move to hit me, I think saving this thing's fake out for later might be the play. Up to you, though.
Yeah. That triple axle did 47. It did 90.
Not 100.
I could really push my luck. But I probably shouldn't. Let's see what happens here. Okay.
Life Orb.
Nice.
Interesting.
Nice. Okay, we take that. Okay, into the trap.
I saw Life Orb earlier. I don't know why I had to point it out, especially that time. But still interesting.
Yes, indeed. And we're gonna do this. Cool spikes. And we're gonna. Let's see.
Oh. That's a.
Ouch.
That's not an EVO. That's not a bulky Pumpkaboo.
Nope.
That is not a bulky Pumpkaboo, folks. Trubbish, when using special, not known for its special attack stat.
My phone's on low battery.
So.
Oof. Okay. Let's see here.
That did way too much.
It did. Sorry about that. I had to plug my phone in. I'm making all kinds of different plays here. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Out comes the raid. Definitely scary. I don't have a switch in because they don't really exist. So I'm gonna win the speed tie, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. I didn't win the speed tie. You should apologize for it.
Sorry about that.
You should. Thank you. Yeah. The raid is definitely scary.
My one shot, and got it. There's still some scary stuff out there.
For sure.
I would expect probably an Energy Ball or Thunderbolt on the Esper.
That's reasonable.
Dark Pulse. I wonder what your Purloin is probably Prankster with T-Wave. That would be kind of an issue.
Actually is not T-Wave, but you don't have to know that, so.
Anorith is gonna outspeed me.
So. Yep. So, we're gonna do that. Anorith obviously doesn't have a switch in.
Nope.
So, we're gonna click the move. Sacks the Purloin.
Okay, yep. There's the Rock Blast, cool. And ooh, what is that gonna do?
I don't really think Zero has much of a play here, but he goes Mime.
I don't really have too much that I can do here. There's a couple funny things I can do.
Oh, Scarf Mime.
Cool.
Okay.
So that works what I wanted it to.
Definitely neat. And I suppose that would be Technician if you're going to run the Icy Wind, though not necessarily.
It is Technician.
That makes sense.
Yes, that Oko's Rowlet.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so this, I would expect him to go for a Shift Gear here, which will probably be a GG.
It's a reasonable assumption.
I will probably need to make a risky switch in or hope for a miss.
That is also possible.
Okay.
Klink is a mon that always seems kind of cool. Shift Gear's a really cool boosting move, but doesn't really have a ton of coverage at its disposal. So
There's a Shift Gear.
Yes, and Icy Wind doesn't work on Klink, thanks to Clear Body.
I didn't know that. Right,
yes.
You're running Clear Body. That makes sense.
Well, you know, Klink's other abilities are plus and minus, so
I always forget. I mean, that is the only ability to run on Klink. I don't like that facade. That's not gonna miss.
Yep.
Okay. And I wonder if the facade kills Ren from here. Probably does.
I don't know. But we won't have to find out either.
Oh, and the wild charge. Okay. Bun.
Baniri, it's your only hope.
And it's not even...
Oh!
I
Okay. Okay.
I get the miss. Alright, here we go. Let's do this one. There's the Esper. Okay, depending on what this Esper is, this could probably be lights out. Let's see. So Esper is kind of an interesting Pokemon because it's fairly overlooked. It
got a great stat total.
Yeah, it's got some kind of fat stats.
Yeah. unfortunately, none of them really stick out. It's just kind of got a high
it's not
stat total.
It's not really like good at anything. So, like, I think traditionally you would probably run either like screens or like a nasty plot set. But yeah, you're not. And I don't think if this is EVO, I can barely take care of this thing.
Yeah, Baniri is really hurt by a lack of return, and thus no real good normal stab.
I am Mega Kick, but that doesn't even do that much because fucking Esper's fat as fuck.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, let's see. Still doesn't really do that much. Okay, we're gonna... Oof. And I'm gonna die for my life. We'll be quiet. Ooh, I Oko.
Yeah. I was Scarf.
It was Scarf. Okay. Well, GG.
GG. Clink should have pulled it out, but he decided to miss. But it's fine.
I knew one of those gear grinds was gonna miss. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Clink. One of the problems with Clink.
Yeah.
Gear grind is not super reliable.
No, it is.
But it's pretty awesome when it hits.
Absolutely.
Does a lot of damage.
Especially in LC where multi-hit moves are the best moves.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it can definitely do work if it hits. But, Clink's coverage at least a little bit to be desired. And,
worked out here.
Yeah. Really likes when Mime Jr. is on the opposite end of the field because Mime can't do shit to it.
Indeed. Ooh, we got the horn and Oddish.
The Rhyhorn. Unfortunately, there's no Electrike on the opposing side for me.
Trike. Is this our first Oddish of the night?
No, I've run Oddish a couple times, including in that rain mirror.
That's right, I forgot about that. Oh, okay. Wait, let's see. Cool. I'm gonna guess that's a Lucha. Yeah. That's looking pretty threatening against my team. Cloncher. Okay. Mom's dead. Okay.
That double edge did a ton. Aurasphere did not do as much as I would have liked. So, yeah. Kind of unfortunate for the Claunch.
Indeed. Okay. Just
lose the speed tie at exactly as planned.
Fair.
All according to plan. Out comes Meowth. I don't believe it's Meowth, but we'll see. Probably Meowth.
Zorua does get Grass Knot, for those of you out there curious. I don't necessarily recommend it, but you could run it. It's
Yeah, Grasnot's never been the best to go with an LC.
Yeah, you never really want Grasnot.
Even Rhyhorn, I don't think is particularly heavy.
I think Rhyhorn is pretty heavy.
No, Rhyhorn is, but but like a lot of the things.
That's like, you got Rhyhorn, you got Nyx, you got Mudbray. I think even Mudbray doesn't really take that much from Grasnot. Yeah, I mean, so the cool thing about Zorua,
fat, but
yeah. The cool thing about Zorua is Zorua's coverage is actually perfect. You got Sludge Bomb. It just got Burning Jealousy, which is a fire type move that's really for doubles, but it's a 75 BP fire move. So you got poison, you got fire, you got Dark Pulse, obviously stab, and extra sensory to hit the fighting types with the psychic. So you
that's just special. Well, your physical, you don't have really any coverage, but you've got two of the better physical moves in the game in Knockoff and Sucker Punch, both stab, both definitely going to hit hard.
Yep.
That is a beefy boy over there.
Let's see, does he have the Ice Punch on deck? And is he scarred? I think he's going to be scarred if we went for that D-Punch. It doesn't have to be, but I expect. Let's go. Here's the Fletch. Let me get the knock. There are the boots. To the boy Nickel. There's the chop. Okay. Alright, sure.
Rowlet obviously has pretty good type advantage against my team. Just in dual stabs, I don't switch into it very well. Case in point.
Oddish hung on.
Yeah, I mean, Oddish is bulky, but I determined Oddish was probably the least good because if I tried to strength sap on your Inkay, that does not turn out well for the boy.
That's true. True. Fletch. It's gonna speed me. Don't really want to risk eating. Wing Beat. He probably has the overheat on deck. As well. Probably the best big ground here. Tail. Nice. And?
I agree.
Okay. The horn. Got to go nuts on my team.
May have misplayed that.
This is looking bad. It's not possible.
Okay, I didn't misplay that. No. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I think you should win this game.
I should. I should.
My dazzling damage on Meowth was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Let's go Rowlet. Come on, baby.
Oh, who doesn't hit themselves?
This is cool. I'm glad we're seeing a game where Rowlet is putting in work. Oh, that's scary.
It's not. You're fine.
Yeah. But yeah, Rowlet is a pretty cool Pokemon in LCRU. I mean, again, it's another one of our many Mons with a crippling ice weakness. But
I think its biggest weakness is that it doesn't have U-turn and is 14 speed.
Those are also terrible weaknesses for a flying type to have.
Yeah.
But
however, my biggest weakness was it having all of its ducks in a row in terms of brain power and never hitting itself in confusion.
Yeah, the confusion did not work out there.
Nah, that's it just makes Scarf.
I did not have Leaf Blade on that set.
Oh. Yeah. Dang. So Rhyhorn was not as bad into
kind of 3 there, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's something you'd never know, really. And you don't really want to risk.
Should have Leaf Blade. This one is Defog as the 3rd or 4th.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you should typically run Leaf Blade. I don't think Rowlet is a great defogger. It does force some switches, but I think when people see a Rowlet, they usually want to kill it as fast as possible. So I don't. It's also kind of slow for a defogger. You're outspelled by most of the other fighters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Let's get in.
Let's get in one more.
One or two more. Let's do 2.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
2 more.
I'm done doing 2. I gotta find a team that's not complete and utter shit.
Alright. This is gonna be a whole movie. You're if you don't know LCRU by the end of this one, if you don't have a good idea of LCRU by the end of this one, I don't know what to tell you, my guy.
That's a goofy team. I don't know about that. Well, I didn't finish building things. Let's finish this one. Apologies. Stand by.
No, you're fine.
You ever build a team and then can't find it in the drop-down menus?
Oh, absolutely. All the time.
All the time.
Like, honestly, without folders, I would just honestly never be able to play a tournament game.
Indeed. All right, we got the boy Golett.
You brought what I was thinking about bringing next game.
Okay. We've had some fairly similar ideas in some of these builds here. Not all, obviously. We've had some outliers, but we've had a few.
Yeah, for sure.
That's pretty. Is it? We're gonna do that.
We've got triple starter representation in this game, by the way.
Oh yeah, look at that. All the elements.
Yep. Glad I did not lead Growlithe like I was initially going to.
I was hoping for that, or a Kabu, but
yeah.
Yep, that's cool. No biggie.
I agree, that is cool.
Bronzor, of course, is the mascot of the Big Brain Bronzors, the greatest of you team ever assembled. Champions of last summer's mini UUPL and soon to be champions of the upcoming lower tier PL. We're happy to be getting back in the saddle.
I think the confidence is adorable. I don't have a team yet, but whatever team I'm on, clearly will be the best team.
Well, I'm looking forward to facing you guys like
that. I am not Infiltrator like I thought I was. F.
That would have been very clutch here.
Yeah. Unfort cannot begin to describe the situation.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's just doing nothing. Okay. We're just gonna have to lose this game.
Thank God.
Good. It's all fine. Good. Alright, there we go. And it is time.
Time for what, you may ask? We'll find out.
Is it time? That is a Bulbasaur. You're Bulbasaur. You are. Okay.
I'm not that set.
I like the rods. Oh my lord. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay.
Expertly EV'd, as they say. What odds did you like? Let me see.
Oh, you know what? I didn't look carefully enough. This is some kind of whack 11 death Bulbasaur, Eviolite Bulbasaur, and I should have looked more closely at that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
You had a 116, I think. Yeah, you had a 1 in 16.
Yeah. If it was 11, I had 75%. But I was moving too quickly. for the sake of our viewers out there.
Oh, look at you. Always keeping the viewers in mind.
I'm gonna try. Okay, we got Growl Conan. We are gonna just. This looks like we are a Willis. Yeah. We'll just. There's the Wisp. Nine.
No.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
Not allowed.
Let's see.
I do appreciate you getting rid of your own berry juice, though. Very useful for me.
Yeah. It's not looking good.
It's, it has looked better. And this is that Growlithe. Just sitting on things.
It truly is. Okay. Alright, take that.
Rude. I liked that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a dire situation. Okay, good. And we're gonna go.
Wanna try belly drumming again? I think that'll work.
Okay. Do I still? Oh yeah, I still have my focus there. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Showtime. Let's go. Where's my?
Ow. Okay.
Juice?
Not juice, unfortunately.
Yeah.
However, I do outspeed.
Yeah.
Which is the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
And another knock should kill, but let me make sure, you know.
Oh, how could it not?
You know, I'd be surprised if it didn't, but again. Okay, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Mhm.
I didn't want to let you have a knockoff, so
Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. not bad. Just not bad. The end of the line. Although you could miss a hurricane.
I could miss a hurricane. I'm probably going to miss a hurricane, in fact.
Do I go out? Yeah, we could try that. Let's see what happens. There's the hurricane. It did not miss. And okay. Let's go. T-punch. Oh, that happened to speed time. Okay.
Speed tie.
Wait, that's not something I want to copycat. Not that copycatting. Anyway, and let's go for. I wonder how much my jump kick does from there. You're not bad.
I bet not the bulkiest mon of all time.
It is not. No, not like to eat really anything. And I am. Yeah, sure. You are at 53. Good. Although it does out damage my coverage. So. Okay. Oof.
That's the way we like to end it.
Alright, and that's a GG.
Yep. Alright.
I thought for a second Bagan was gonna bring it back, but
yeah,
still got in the way.
Yeah, I probably didn't play that sequence out correctly, but all's well that ends well.
Alright, one more.
Alright, final game. What are we
Final
bringing?
battle.
What are
I'm
we
down.
bringing?
I am not in great standing here. That's okay though. Yeah, honestly, I think, I'm trying to use some different stuff for the viewers at home. I really do think that the Litton Electrike core is a huge bitch to deal with. That's something I would definitely recommend people to watch out for.
It's a cool little pivot combo for sure.
Okay, here we go. We got our own opposing screens scenario here. Let's see if I can wall it out. I am definitely not as prepped for screens as Joltage's last team was. Or for
I don't even know if my team was prepped for screens. I just think it worked out for me.
It was you were prepped to do some phasing and intimidating and things like that. So
Yeah.
okay. Oh, and I have a very strange. I have a couple of strange sets here. That's fine. Okay. Great. Good luck to me. Looking great. Okay. Cool. This is good.
Not the greatest of leads, though Anorith led pretty well against everything, I'm gonna be honest. Except Psyduck, obviously.
Yeah. I didn't think you did Psyduck.
Yeah. One of the cool things about Anorith, by the way, if you're ever expecting rain, is Anorith is also a Swift Swim Mon.
That's right.
So, that's neat.
Yeah, that is probably an under-considered option on a rain sweeper team.
I mean, Anorith on rain still is gonna struggle it's still gonna have the same struggles that regular offensive Anorith does. I just was thinking of it more in the vein of being anti-rain on the team if you wanted to run Swift Swim over Battle Armor, though Battle Armor is obviously pretty good as an option.
Sure.
But, you know. Let's see here. Like I said, don't switch in well to this. Bulky boy.
Oh, yeah.
Bulky boy. Okay.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
That's a little parting gift from Fletch.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
Enjoy that one.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have calced that, but
did you not have a rock move on that?
Oh, I do. I just expected you to push Bronzor in.
Yeah, see, I didn't want my Bronzor to eat a knock, so I didn't let it.
Yep. That's very fair.
You know, I see Bronzor doing great things this game.
You could have also switched in Riolu.
Not this one.
Fair enough. And yeah, that's just that's a pretty potent Giga. Those are doing a lot more than I want them to do.
Yeah, it's not bad damage. And the U-turn, as expected. I'm surprised it wasn't an Anorith sack there.
Not quite yet. And you really shouldn't have talked that smack about Scale Shock.
I'm saying, dude, it just...
It's going in tonight.
I'm, like, honestly...
Okay, it's time. This is actually a bit of a hairy situation over here on Team Zero. I don't really have anything that wants to switch into Bronzor very much right now. Although I'm expecting Screen's team to go up. Could throw out a steal move, and that would not be very good for most of my guys to eat here. Or a second move. Ooh, and it's a Calm Mind. That's also not great.
Oh, your crunch.
Well, let's see if he is Berry Juice.
Damn.
He's not. Alright.
Did not expect the crunch.
Yeah, that's part of what makes Meowth G so good. Got that crunch C-bomb coverage. Now this Riolu is probably
Probably inted that then. Interesting. Okay.
I can. What am I gonna do here? Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh shit. That's wow. That did a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. I think that was the play to Anorith sack, by the way.
Yes. I don't need Anorith anymore. I thought I was going to need it to break some screens. Possible you could be screens Dratini, but I don't know.
I'll just ease your worries. I'm not running. I ended up not running the screens team.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That's just right. Very good. And it is life orb, as expected. Cool.
Oof. A lot.
Yep. And there's the teeny. She's probably gonna go for the extreme speed. I will. Yep, there's the extreme speed. Does a decent little chunk there to Claunch Daddy. And oh shit! Oh, very nice. Didn't expect the thunder. Okay,
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. I thought Claunch was gonna do it.
You know, normally my teeny doesn't have the thunder, so possibly would.
Yeah, you got it this time. Okay. Looking rough here. I don't know that I really have an out. Unless mine just tanks that extreme speed. I doubt it though, given how much Clauncher just took. I can go for a Rock Slide flinch here, or I can just knock.
Yeah, both are definitely options that I will allow to happen.
Okay. And we're just gonna keep this going here.
It's knocked. Okay, this should do cool.
Yeah.
Didn't want to have to drop one on you.
Yep. So okay. Yeah, let's just go for it. Yep, okay. Alrighty. Time, Riolu, let's go.
Surprised that lived.
Oh my lord. Jesus. Okay. Alright.
I would say you could copycat that, but you can't.
Yeah.
And this,
I didn't expect that to do that much. Okay.
this, my friends, is why Mixteeny is the GOAT.
Yeah. Dratini. Really doing it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Don't run Dragon Dance. Mixteeny's where it's at.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Nasty Plot Riolu's interesting. Does it get Vacuum Wave?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't really get. I mean, it gets. The only other special moves it gets are Focus Blast and Aura Sphere. So you kind of have to run mixed if you want any coverage.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel that. On this Life Orb Riolu, I actually have a extra Spatak point just so I can copycat some
random special moves or whatever.
Yeah, and they'll hit a little bit harder.
Yep.
But yeah.
Totally.
But yeah. All right, folks. You probably forgot we were even recording. I know I did for a little bit there. But we were, and we just recorded LCRU the movie. Hopefully, I don't think anyone made it here, but hopefully, if you did, you learned a little something. You learned a little something about the tier, and will feel a little bit better about heading into this mini tour coming up. Grab your friends, obviously. Talk to me, talk to Zero about building in this tier or ever if you want to play. It's kind of fun. Definitely lower power level than we're used to even in LCUU, but using some of these mons like Dratini, one of my all-time favorites, especially this mix set, is quite fun. So yeah, just stay interested, I guess, and
yeah, there's a lot of potential in this tier, and it's definitely going to be a bit of a wild card for this upcoming tournament. You can. I recommend if you're interested, you can shoot me a message on Discord. There is an LCRU server which has lots of information, including some sample teams.
I'll try to remember to link that in the description of this video as well. Yes.
And you can challenge people in there. There's also archives of battles that have been played, casual battles, as well as the King of the Ring tournament that we hosted last fall. And you can kind of see some great competitive players like Levi, Joltage, and Zeraloa, and Quest. And see, the way they were playing back then. The meta's a little different, but it's cool to see kind of the history, the limited history so far. But yeah, I expect some pretty cool and interesting developments to happen over the course of the tournament. So I'm looking forward to that, and excited for people to get into the tier.
Absolutely. And while we used a ton of teams, we didn't use all of the viable mons here. So definitely,
we didn't. Yeah.
Definitely feel free about experimenting. I know, notably, we missed out on some Sizzlipede action. Missed out on.
Yep.
Let's see what else. We missed out on some, mainly Sizzlipede is the guy that I wanted to point out. Sizzlipede will trade with anybody. Let me tell you. Darumaka is another one that we missed out on here.
Yeah,
so there's definitely room to explore.
Not a huge fan of Darumaka. Obviously, it's very threatening, particularly in Sun. But I'm kind of a hustle disbeliever.
No, I feel that for sure. We even touched on that a bit during one of these battles. But
right, I think we did. Yeah.
I
don't think either of us brought Honedge.
None of us brought Honedge. I hate Honedge.
We didn't bring Wooper, the GOAT.
Yeah, I hate Wooper. I hate it. So
Wooper's an interesting mon. You got that water ground typing. You got the water absorbent ward, the unaware. That was particularly pivotal back in the Squirtle meta when Shell Smash Squirtle was a terror. And Wooper was kind of the only switch in.
I brought stupid HO with like belly drum Charmander against an unaware Woobat before. Not a fun game. Let me tell you.
Totally walled.
Yeah.
Totally walled.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's definitely room to explore outside of the stuff you saw. If you did like any of the teams you saw here, experiment with some of the sets. Mess around with it. And
there's
definitely
a lot of optimization to be done. A lot. I mean, a lot of these top tier mons have like sort of staple. I wouldn't say full sets per se that are clearly defined, but they have some staple, moves and threads. But there's still a lot of room for innovation and a lot of variability. Some of these mons are probably more like one set mons, but others could certainly be run multiple ways. So yeah, there's just a lot of exploration to be done.
Absolutely. All right, but we've been here long enough. We're at we're over 2.5 hours at this point.
God.
So let's call it here. If you made it this far, I know you didn't. And if you're listening to this, I know you skipped through and you just kind of got lucky. But if you did make it this far, tell me your favorite sandwich. Mine's a grilled cheese with Havarti. Havarti is the best cheese. And if you disagree, you just haven't had Havarti yet.
I'm more of a prosciutto kind of guy.
Okay.
Prosciutto
big. Yeah, and we'll see you next time. Probably not as long a video. Maybe not even on LCRU. Probably next video is going to be on LCUU, which is shifting in less than 12 hours. More than likely.
Shifting in like 1 hour, no? Well, I guess when does the shift actually?
The stats won't come out till around noon, I think, tomorrow. But
you're right. So about 12 hours.
Yeah. So we'll probably have a video with that. I might be solo, might grab Kip and Zero or some of the other UU folks, but we'll see. But I'm rambling on for long enough here. We'll see you next time.
Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay.